Hey guys, so I was reading about something. There's a group of billionaires. Bill Gates is one of them. Prominent investor in companies focused on carbon renewal technology, particularly through his venture fund, quote, make breakthrough energy ventures, which actively supports startups. Basically, direct air capture technology. 40 million, a Canadian company called Deep Sky to build a large-scale DAC testing facility in Alberta. Carbon renewal. I'm not going to read all that. There's people that think that this is positive. This is some kind of hope. And I think one of the points I want to make is that this is the era of the strongman, of the fascist, which is corporatism and capitalism, the government and corporations. And that to me, none of this portends good. So what they're saying, this is what's going to happen probably. You're going to put these big machines, I call it magic, because you're still not dealing with society. This isn't like society's like, let's act on climate change. This is some rich white guys that are going to put some big magic machines somewhere that no one understands how it works to suck energy, suck carbon out of the air where they live at. Which means that certain areas are probably going to become, they'll be healthier to live. South Beach, stuff like that. I'm sure Silicon Valley. This is just like Elon Musk and his going up into space, going to Mars stuff. I mean, this is rich people showing us the next 20 years, at least, that we're not going to act on climate change. We are not going to do anything substantial to avert what's coming. There will be more Helene storms. When I grew up in the South, I used to hear people talk about how living in the mountains was a saving grace. Not anymore. which is interesting that people that normally wouldn't care about that stuff, they're affected too. And I think that's important. It just for me to see that, to see them cheering the Elon Musk rockets. What are you cheering? At least with the space shuttle program, I like to believe every American had some kind of a hand in that. I remember an astronaut talking about he did a space flight, and there's a famous picture out there. Everybody's seen it of him floating in space, but his visor's down. You can't see his face, and he felt like that was basically anonymous. Anybody could be that, and that's how I feel about the space shuttle program. That's something that we all had a hand in. We all had a piece of what that meant. What these billionaires do in space has nothing to do with us whatsoever. And Elon Musk has said it, that he's going to have his own laws up there. I just feel like you're watching, there's a movie called Ecostorm. Climate change gets really bad, and they create a satellite in space to like avert climate change on Earth. And that's what this is. You're the plot of the movie being that certain areas would be okay, somewhat normal, and certain areas would be hell on earth. That's what this stuff is. This won't be nationwide. This will be another one of those moments like Claymore Gardens with the cancer clusters in Houston. Just like stuff in Mississippi that we've seen. This is another one of those environmental disaster capitalism moments where people are going to live good and a whole lot of people are going to be living in really unhealthy, destructive, unsafe areas for human habitation. And it's just amazing that we're going into this whole era with just normal. Yeah, that Trump is going to create a Gestapo for the Department of Justice, and we're going to have and that the billionaires, they themselves understand climate change needs to be done, but that on a federal level, we're still not choosing to how can I say it? We're still not pulling the fire alarm on the federal level. We're still not. It's almost like there's the rich man's world and there's everybody else's. Maybe I'm just realizing now, getting in my 30s. There's a rich man's world, there's everyone else's world. Meaning that the rich man's world is, let's create this technology to clean the air, while still not acknowledging climate change, still not acknowledging why we need those things. Because in a rational society, that will trickle down to the normal people that would say, why don't we have this on a federal level? If this is such a big deal, shouldn't we be, right? You're the rich are talking about going into space. The rich are talking about all this stuff. And we still can't acknowledge some of these most basic facts as a civilization. It's just so odd. Because in our society, we're supposed to idolize the rich. That's how America is set up. We're supposed to idolize the rich, but the rich they're not, I don't know, it's just wild to see this. The rich in your face tell you we're splitting off. We're having our own breakaway civilization, and the rest of America is like, nah, we don't believe in climate change. We don't believe in any of this stuff. We don't believe in pollution. We don't believe in any of this stuff. We're going to just get rid of the EPA. It's just so wild. What a strange time to be alive.